Hello, and welcome to the all-online prologue for The Play That Goes Wrong by Henry Lewis, Jonathan Sayer, and Henry Shields of the Mischief Theater Company. My name is Fiona Kyle, and I'm the literary manager and artistic associate here at Geva. Why online only? Did something go wrong? I don't want to spoil anything, but there are some pre-show shenanigans that you won't want to miss. Wait. Prep. I meant pre-show prep because the Cornley Drama Society, who are performing The Murder at Haversham Manor, will be setting up the stage for their opening night performance. They've been hard at work for their big night to make sure everything goes right for you, but of course, as with any good murder mystery, there's going to be some drama. Which is why their august stage management team, led by two Geva resident stage managers, Julia Breggy and Kevin Gregory Dwyer, begged us to give them just a little bit more time on stage before the Cornley Drama Society's opening. So, get to the Wilson a bit before showtime to catch the fabulous deck crew setting up. You may already be wondering who is actually producing this show. Is it Geva? You may have also read something about Indiana Repertory Theater. So why am I talking about the Cornley Drama Society? That's where everything definitely goes right. The Play That Goes Wrong is a co-production coming to Geva from Indiana Repertory Theater. It was originally directed by IRT's artistic director, Benjamin Hanna, and the remount is directed here by their associate artistic director, Cara Hinh. IRT and Geva are natural partners in co-producing theater. Our physical stages are quite similar, which means that their set, with some adjustments of course, fits beautifully in our space. And when we heard that Christopher and Justin Swader, who designed the gorgeous sets of Dial M for Murder and Little Women for Geva, were on that team, we knew that this would be the right fit because we love working with the Swader brothers and IRT. But there's more. Remount director Cara Hinh happened to be in Rochester during season 50, when we were producing the smash hit Woody Says. After seeing that show, Cara knew they wanted to direct something at Geva. We're so thrilled to welcome them to the Wilson, and particularly with this show. After the initial run last spring in Indiana, Cara noticed something profound. It feels a bit hoity-toity to use words like profound for a farce. Wait, didn't I say it was a murder mystery? Anyway, go with me here. They shared that there was something so special about being in a room filled with friends and strangers alike who were all laughing so hard they were in tears. No matter what's happening at work, in the world, or in our lives at home, laughter is always the best medicine. You know what isn't the best medicine? Cyanide. Oh no. I don't think I was supposed to say that. Moving on, the Cornley Drama Society. Who are they? Well, they're an invention by the Mischief Theater Company, including our playwrights Henry Lewis, Jonathan Sayer, and Henry Shields, who are serious about silliness. They believe that theater is a place where you can take a pause from reality and, as Cara said, laugh until you cry. It is this belief that lies at the heart of their company and underpins everything they do. They call it ridiculous escapism, which is something we could all use a little bit more of in our lives. Mischief is a UK-based company whose breakout hit was The Play That Goes Wrong, and the success of that show has led to more iterations of their work on stage and even on TV. They are known for Peter Pan Goes Wrong and their newest Christmas Carol Goes Wrong that will be touring in the UK and playing in London this year, and their television show, The Goes Wrong Show. Seems like a lot is going wrong on stage, but going very right for the Mischief. At this point, you may be getting confused. Is the show a comedy or is it a murder mystery? Why not both? Mischief's invented Cornley Drama Society are doing their absolute best to put on a very serious production of The Murder at Haversham Manor as the company of actors face some hefty trials and tribulations on their opening night. Let's talk a bit more about the relationship between farce and murder mysteries. Are there similarities between the two genres? Yes. Have you heard the phrase door-slamming farce? Think of a show you've seen on stage or a film or TV show where one character slams the door just as someone's about to enter. It's almost like a pie in the face. Now, what is a closed door? What's behind it? It's a mystery. What if whoever is behind it is the murderer? I like to imagine that the play that goes wrong is marrying these two genres by saying, what if the person behind the closed door is the murderer? And what if when they try to open the door, their toe gets stubbed? And what if when they try to go kill their victim, they can't because they're suddenly crying hysterically because their toe hurts so much? Of course, I'm not giving away any real details of either the murder at Haversham Manor or the play that goes wrong right now. So you'll just have to come to Geva and see for yourself how these two genres meet. On Geva's big screen, next to the box office, when you're here, you can learn more about another genre that's highlighted in the play that goes wrong, meta theater. Sounds highfalutin, right? Wrong. Meta, and I'm not talking about the social media corporation right now, is defined as showing or suggesting an explicit awareness of itself or oneself as a member of its category. Cleverly self-referential. Okay, that sounds a little academic, so how does it relate to this show? The play that goes wrong, much like a famous scene from Shakespeare's Hamlet, is a play within a play. The actors on stage are not actually from the Cornley Drama Society. They're working actors from across the country who were hired, first by IRT and now by Geva, to pretend that they're part of that drama society and to enact their very serious murder mystery, when really they're part of a very seriously silly spoof of a murder mystery. The Murder at Haversham Manor is the play that's going wrong. This is an example of meta theater because it's theater that's cleverly referencing itself as a piece of theater. Have you ever seen an actor go up on a line just as they're about to profess their love, or see a set piece fall down during a particularly dramatic moment? This comedy is a delightful send-up of that. It's a loving homage to what all theater professionals like myself fear the most: when things go wrong. How does a director or designer approach a production where things are supposed to go wrong? And how do you make that safe on stage for the actors and the crew that are helping make those tricks seem real? I talked to co-scenic designer Christopher Swader, who shared a bit more about that process, sans spoilers. He said, months before the designs were due, director Hanna gathered the designers and production staff together to walk through all the wonderful surprise moments in the play. This was immensely helpful in getting everyone on the same page. It also eased our concerns, knowing that we were in the trusted hands of the talented technical team to make the elements very safe, but come across as totally effortless. The play demands precision, both on stage and off, and this preparation made all the difference in how we approached the design. Another major element in that precision was aided by Loraldo Anzaldúa, who led fights, intimacy, and movement for the production, both here and at IRT. Through his work, he ensured that any moment where an actor is supposed to slip on a banana peel, for instance, is safe, but looks as real as if it just happened outside on Woodbury Boulevard. We promise, no actors or crew members were harmed during the making of this show. Geva is thrilled to be welcoming him and welcoming back the Swaders and also lighting designer Jason Lynch, who was recently with us for The Color Purple and How to Catch Creation. We're excited to get to know Izumi Inaba, whose costumes are as beautiful as they are prepped for mishap, and the sound design team of Uptown Works, whose work ranges from a soundscape at Comic-Con to promote the show The Peripheral to Tiny Father at the Geffen Playhouse. As Christopher Swader said, each element of the design is precise, and it's the precision that gives us comedy gold. I know I can't take questions through the video screen, so please feel free to reach out to us if you have any. We're always happy to answer any questions you have and give as much information as possible, although we definitely won't reveal who the murderer is. I'd like to leave you with something that noted comic and actor Ricky Gervais said. I've thought a lot about the differences between American and British humor styles throughout this process, and Gervais explains it as follows. It's often dangerous to generalize, but under threat, I would say that Americans are more down the line. They don't hide their hopes and fears. They applaud ambition and openly reward success. Brits are more comfortable with life's losers. We embrace the underdog until it's no longer the underdog. We like to bring authority down a peg or two. Americans say, "Have a nice day," whether they mean it or not. Brits are terrified to say this. We tell ourselves it's because we don't want to sound insincere, but I think it's for the opposite reason. We don't want to celebrate anything too soon. Failure and disappointment lurk around every corner. This is due to our upbringing. Americans are brought up to believe they can be the next president of the United States. Brits are told, it won't happen for you. I encourage you to think about the differences between British and American humor and also how similar they are. That said, I hope you'll remember that perhaps as you're leaving Geva and not when you're laughing your head off at the play that goes wrong. Thank you so much for joining me for Prologue, and I hope you enjoy the show.